In this video, I will show how to create a rough draft check assignment for your students. There may be times in your course when students want to run a rough draft of their paper through Turnitin before submitting their final paper to your official assignment Dropbox. So to get started, first click on Modules, and you can decide where to place this Dropbox. I typically like to place it in the general course information and support area. I'll start by clicking to add an assignment and create assignment. And I'm going to name it Rough Draft Check. And I'm also including in parentheses optional and ungraded, so it's clear to students that this is not a requirement. Once I'm ready, I'll click Rough Draft Check, and that will take me into the assignment area where I can make my edits. So in order to edit, click the Edit button. And we want to explain to students a little bit about the purpose of this particular area. And we do want to make it clear that a professor or an instructor is not monitoring this area, that it's simply for them, a place for them to submit their work, to turn it in as a draft, and then to review the similarity report, providing information to them on grammar and other writing issues. And as well, they can review their similarity score and make any changes. They can submit an assignment to this area as many times as they would like. They will want to note that after 3 attempts, they'll need to wait 24 hours before a new similarity report can be generated, and that is an internal setting that Turnitin has set for all users. In terms of the area settings, we do want to make this worth 0 points, and we want to make sure we click Do Not Count this assignment towards the final grade. So this assignment, while it's a draft and uses the assignment function, it will not show up in the grade book. Under submission type, we want to change that to online, and we want to allow file uploads and not restrict the file upload types. In the area of submission attempts, we can leave this at unlimited. For the plagiarism review, this is where we want to pay particular attention to the settings that we select. So we want to first turn on the Turnitin integration, and this is the critical piece, the critical setting that we want to make sure we change. When the submissions are stored in the standard paper repository, the student's submission is submitted to the global Turnitin student paper repository, which means if a student were to submit the same paper or a very similar paper again, it would likely be flagged with a very high similarity score, because essentially they would be submitting nearly the same document twice. So we want to make sure, since this is a rough draft check, we don't want to have those papers stored in the global Turnitin area. It will be saved to that area when they submit their final paper to your course, to the official assignment area. But in terms of these drafts, we don't want to have those stored in the global Turnitin submission area. So do not store the submitted papers, and we're going to go ahead and compare submissions against the student repository website content, periodicals, journals, and publications. It's good to keep those on. We typically say to exclude bibliographic materials, quoted materials, exclude small sources. You can make that decision on how you would like to handle that. And then, of course, be sure to turn on the ETS e-rater technology to enable grammar checking for your students. We select the advanced handbook, the U.S. English dictionary, and we want all of the categories enabled. We want to show reports to students immediately, and then you can simply click Save and publish. Once you go back to your modules, you can see that your rough draft check is set up and it is published and ready for students. If you have any questions, or if you would like this text that we have included in this rough draft check area, you can take a screenshot here, or you can reach out to the Center for Learning and Innovation. As always, if you need assistance with teaching tasks or anything else, visit our website. Have a blessed day.